Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is episode number 3. So thank you so much for hanging in there with me. This is Life and Leadership Under Construction podcast because it is all about transparency and transformation, building community. But we cannot build without a solid foundation, right? So if you missed episodes 1 and 2, please make sure you go back and watch them because you definitely do not want to miss an episode. And make sure you hit that subscribe button down at the bottom and turn your notifications on so you will be notified every time we upload an episode. But today's episode is going to be good, guys. I told you each episode will get deeper. We're going to get better. We're going to get deeper with each episode because it's all about growth. Okay, and we have to walk this thing called life out as a community because life is going to life. We can't stop that. But episode number 3 is, can you have love and success? Answer that question. I want to know down in the comments too, do you feel like you can have love and success? You absolutely can. You can have both. What is success without happiness? What is success without someone to share it with? So you can absolutely have both. The key is you have to have the right partner. That is the key. Because everyone is not going to understand your success. They're not going to see your vision because it wasn't given to them. However, you can express your passion with your partner and help them to better understand you so that they can better support you. Okay? If you're single and you're out there mingling, this will probably be a little easy for you because you basically don't have to take that person into consideration right now unless you're in a deep relationship. Y'all been talking for a while, you've developed a connection and you want to continue to build with that person. However, if you're just dating, you don't owe anyone anything. If they haven't put a ring on your finger, you don't owe them an explanation as to what's really going on. You want to be you want to make sure that you are respectful, of them. However, you don't owe them an explanation. Now, marriage is a total different ball game. When you get married, of course, marriages, like I said, it's a roller coaster. It is a roller coaster. You have ups and downs, in betweens, all of the above. So when you get married and when you start in a relationship, you might not start out with a successful career. However, as years progress in a marriage, in a relationship, you grow with every year. At least you should see some growth with every year. And when you start growing and you want to further your career in whatever you want to do, just make sure that you incorporate your partner in every decision that you make. Communicate with them. Communicate your needs with them. Sometimes you even have to communicate how you need them to support you. It's not that they don't want to support you. A lot of times it's because they don't know how to support you. Because a lot of times when we're so into our careers, we tend to think that people can read our minds because we're so busy. Everything is just going so fast, and we really feel like that people can read your minds, but they cannot read your mind. You have to literally communicate with them what you need so that they can support you. And also in a relationship, though, I know that when you're single, it can be intimidating meeting someone that's already established, has a great career going on, it can be very intimidating, like approaching that person, because you're going to always feel like they don't need you, right? And that's the thing. When you're successful, you can pretty much buy what you want. You can get what you want. That's not the issue. But you never want people to feel, you never want your mate to feel like you don't need them. Everybody wants to feel like they're needed, so you can't be, Superman and Superwoman all the time. You have to be able to incorporate your partner in that, and, so that they can help you. Sometimes, that you can buy your own dinner, but let them buy it. That you can go get your manicure, pedicure, whatever, but let them do it. That you can pay for you to get whatever you want, but allow them to be the man in the relationship. And women, allow your men to take care of you. If you're successful, still allow them to take care of you, because they want to feel like they have a place in the relationship. They want to be the main course. They don't want to be the appetizer. They want to be the main course, and you have to treat them as such. In relationships, it's just all about communication. You have to communicate your wants and your needs in order to get your wants and your needs met. Sometimes in careers, like, with successful people, is, you just have to know what you want, and you have to know your order. You have to know that God come first, then family, then everything else in between. And you have to keep that order no matter how hard things get, no matter how trying things are. You have to keep that order in order to make sure that your relationship or your marriage stay together. Whenever you break that chain, it can disrupt your whole relationship. It can disrupt your whole marriage. Nobody wants to fall second to someone that they don't know and you don't even know either. So careers will come, success will come. You have to be patient. When you're searching for success and seeking success, you can't forget about the people who was there for you before it all happened. So just keep that communication and those lines open. It needs to work both ways. Both partners have to have an understanding of each other. Where are you going? What are your expectations? What do you need to get there? How long will it take for you to get there? They need to know everything it is, all the ins and outs about what you're trying to do. And you have to remember to keep your relationship, strong in those times when things will get tense. A lot of times with a marriage, you want to make sure that you're financially stable. So financial stability is huge in a marriage. You want to know that you are okay. You want to know and make sure that your family will be okay in the situation. However, financial concerns can make or break a marriage. So like I said, a lot of times when you're going and you're searching and you're trying to get your career going, sometimes it can cause a little financial strife within your relationship or your marriage. So you have to keep communicating. You have to let your partner know when those moments come and you don't let them know at the last minute after you've already made a decision. Y'all sit down and y'all make that decision together, as a unit. But you can absolutely have love and success. You can have both, and you just can't get intimidated by success. If you have one partner in the relationship that's more successful than the other, you still have to be respectful to one another and know that it's not it's not a selfish situation. Y'all in it together. So don't view it like that. You have to view it like this is ours. It's not just mine. This is ours, because that person has been there for you just as much as you've been there for yourself. But if you do have a partner and they're not understanding, they don't want to communicate, they don't want you to grow, they have a problem with you growing, expressing that you want to do more, then that's not the person for you. If you're thoroughly communicating your needs and your needs are still not being met, if you don't grow, you gotta let it go. And sometimes in relationships, you just have to let it go, because you would think that if someone really truly loved you, that they will understand that you want to do more. And I know a lot of times, like in relationships, like say for instance, like the society is different now. So back in the day, like the man was the head of the house, and the man should still be the head of the house. But back in the day, the man actually did everything. They paid all the bills. All the woman had to do was make sure that the kids were taken care of, and cook maybe, and clean, domesticated duties. However, it's different. It is so different now. And I think the problem is a lot of people is still back in the old days. So they're still thinking like the old days, and they can't anymore because times have really, really changed. But they're still stuck back in the old day. And some men, they just can't handle. They can't handle it for some reason. They can't handle if a female is more successful than them, and sometimes they just can't handle it in the relationship, and it just won't work, which is absolutely absurd to me, because like I said before, when you're a unit, you do what you need to do for your family. And if the female is the one that's actually is bringing in the more financial stability for the household, I mean, sometimes you just have to pivot and shift. You have to shift your perspectives. You can't go with what you previously went with. You have to evolve and change. You have to go with you have to ride the waves. You have to ride the waves. You have to go with the flow. And you have to be willing to evolve and change when that time comes, and that's hard in a lot of relationships, and that's why a lot of relationships kind of end, unfortunately, in divorce, is that they get so used to the familiar, and when things start to get shaken up a little bit, they can't grasp it. They cannot accept the changes. And if you can't accept changes in a relationship, your relationship will never ever last. You have to be able to accept change. You have to be able to it's more than just you. So you have to incorporate someone else into the equation. And I would say, I just feel like that it's someone out there for everyone, you know. However, it's all in what you want. You know, what do you want? You have to ask yourself those questions. Are you ready to be in a committed relationship? You know, are you able to balance out your time? You know, although that you are seeking success, are you willing to still balance out your time to still have time for family? You know, what are you willing to sacrifice? Ask yourself that question. What are you willing to sacrifice? And that should be questions that you have to sit with yourself about, and just see where you are in the process. You know, if you feel like you're not getting support after communicating and maybe some, you know, counseling and all of that, if you still feel like you're not getting what you need, then it's time to move on. It's just that simple. You know, if you feel like that your career right now is first in your life, then don't incorporate someone else in it. It's just that simple. You know, don't create problems, and don't try to reinvent the wheel. You know, so you can have love and you can have success. You can have it all. You can have whatever you want. You just have to know what you want. And then once you know what you want, then go get it. It's just that simple. Once you know what you want, go get it. Shouldn't be no more questions asked. You know what you want. You know what it's going to take. Go get it. All right. So you can have love, and you can have success, and you can have a happy life. You know, as long as you keep your order, you know, keeping God first and family, and then everything else. But yeah, y'all keep rocking out there, you know, keep rocking. And like I said, make sure y'all subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button, because we're trying to build community, trying to grow. But I do want to hear from some people in the comments. Let me know if you've encountered this situation with a loved one, you know, with your partner. You know, you most desperately want to achieve your goals and build your career, and if you feel like you're not getting that support, I want to hear from some people in the comments to see where you are in this process. You know, because you should never ever dim your light to brighten someone else's. Okay. All right, this is episode number 3, guys. It has been amazing. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe and tune in to the Life and Leadership Under Construction podcast and turn your notifications on. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.